We will cover third ventricle and fourth ventricle. So first of all, you should understand the meaning of the words, its purpose. Similar words as you remember: vestibule, ventricle. Vestibule means defined shape or the shape which you can name. Vestibule means opening of a definite shape or definable shape. Ventricle means ill-defined or irregular shape. Ventricle means chamber. It's like chamber of ventricle of heart, ventricle of larynx, ventricles of the brain. So if you speak of number of ventricles, that comes 5. Okay, but if you name them, they are 4, right? Two lateral ventricles, number 1. Okay, third ventricle, number 2. Fourth ventricle, let's count: 1, 2, 3 and 4. That means we have total 4 ventricles. Out of them, these 2 are unpaired. Third and fourth ventricle is unpaired. Single midline median plane slits. And this lateral ventricle, the word lateral means it is on right and on left hemisphere. So third ventricle on right hemisphere and lateral ventricle on right hemisphere and lateral ventricle on left hemisphere. So number 1 plus number 2, that is right and left lateral ventricle. उसमें कौन पहला कौन दूसरा, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. पहला दूसरा means both lateral ventricles. Then third ventricle in the median plane between two thalamus and hypothalamus. Fourth ventricle, that is between, it is cavity of hindbrain, that is between medulla pons and cerebellum, that is fourth ventricle. So we will today cover this third ventricle and fourth ventricle. So by looking at this diagram, from where will you begin? So these two right and left lateral ventricles, they are connected, they are communicated by one single foramen, that is foramen of Monro or interventricular foramen. If you don't remember the name of scientist, then you should remember just location. इसका नाम है इंटरवेंट्रिकुलर फोरामेन, ठीक है. इसका नाम है सेरेब्रल एक्विडक्ट और इसका नाम है मीडियन एपर्चर. अगेन इंटरवेंट्रिकुलर फोरामेन, cerebral aqueduct and median aperture, these are all connected. Okay, so our third ventricle is between anteriorly this foramen of Monro or interventricular foramen and posteriorly cerebral aqueduct. It is given the name cerebral aqueduct of Sylvius. Then similarly fourth ventricle begins cerebral aqueduct of Sylvius. It communicates by various recesses to the subarachnoid space and downwards it ends median aperture foramen of Magendie. There are two lateral apertures, right and left side here, that is called foramen of Lasca. Lateral recess continues with lateral foramen of Lasca. So here it ends and here our central canal of spinal cord begins. So this whole chambers, they are circulating your CSF, that is through communication via subarachnoid space. It is synthesized and secreted inside the ventricles, then it circulated inside whole subarachnoid space. It will also communicate to lymphatics of the body. Now we will straight away continue with third ventricle. So third ventricle is median cleft between two thalami, right and left thalamus. In coronal section we have seen this is our right and left thalamus, and in this median plane we have third ventricle. It is a slit like cavity. It is obliterated by interthalamic adhesion, commissural fiber between two thalamus. Okay, so it is between these two thalamus as well as hypothalamus. If you see in sagittal section, this is your thalamus, interthalamic adhesion, and this is your hypothalamus. In between these two there is separating hypothalamic sulcus. So third ventricle is between, it is bounded laterally by these three things: thalamus, adhesion, hypothalamic sulcus and hypothalamus. These are the structures in lateral wall of third ventricle. So this is anterior boundary, this is superior boundary or roof, this is inferior boundary or floor, and this is posterior boundary. Okay, so all these structures are mentioned in the description. First of all, you remember three words which you come across frequently, that is ependyma, choroid plexus and tela choroidea. Remember, tela choroidea is a name of pia mater fold. When it covers, when it is adherent to the neural tissue, it is called pia mater proper, but when it is reflected and forming some folds, it is called tela choroidea. Clear? Next word, choroid plexus. Okay, before that, ependyma. Ependyma is secretory epithelial layer. It is single layer of epithelial cell which is secreting CSF. All of you remember endoderm, mucosa of GIT, mucosa of respiratory tract. So it is lined by single layer of secretory epithelium, that is known as endothelium. So similarly, endothelium of the ventricles, it is known as ependyma. Ependyma is inner lining of ventricular cavity of the brain or CNS. Okay, and it is secreting CSF. So that is called ependyma. Now choroid plexus is a mixture of three things: ependyma plus tela choroidea plus vascular tissue. Vascular tissue means capillary plexus. So whenever you draw this choroid plexus, this type of granular tissue, it is usually drawn with red color to indicate vascularity. So choroid plexus is combination of tela choroidea plus capillary plexus plus ependyma. When it is only ependyma, it is secreting CSF, but for secretion you need blood supply, so that blood supply comes from capillary plexus. So blood gets filtration via capillary plexus and ependyma. By these two levels of secretion your CSF will be formed. Okay, so it involves blood brain barrier. All of you know blood brain barrier. capillary endothelium plus basement membrane plus foot process of neuroglial cells. So that will involve your pia mater also. Clear? If you don't remember, you should write down these words. So this cavity is lined by ependyma. This is a keyword. All cavity, all ventricles of the brain, they are lined by ependymal tissue. भाई देखाई जे ने रखने okay. Now communications of this ventricle. We have seen that superiorly it communicates, cranially it communicates, interventricular foramen of Monro, caudally it communicates with cerebral aqueduct of Sylvius to fourth ventricle. Interventricular foramen communicates with third ventricle and lateral ventricle, okay, and cerebral aqueduct connects third ventricle and fourth ventricle. Recesses, recess means extensions or gaps or projections of the cavity. So they are extensions of the cavity. Just names according to the organs or glands. Here it is pineal, pituitary and fornix. So all of you know these two glands. Somewhere here you have pituitary gland. So these are the two recesses. One is called preoptic and one is called supraoptic. Preoptic and supraoptic. Third one is infundibular. Infundibulum of pituitary gland. Supraoptic and preoptic is related to optic chiasma, and infundibular is related to infundibulum of pituitary gland. And here it is suprapineal and pineal. It means above pineal gland and at the level of pineal gland. Oh, these are the recesses of third ventricle: suprapineal, pineal, infundibular, optic or supraoptic, and between fornix. Fornix we have seen in earlier lecture. This is your fornix, okay. It is formed posteriorly by fimbria and crus. It comes from hippocampus. Fimbria, right and left crus, they are connected by commissure. These crus are uniting to form body, and anteriorly it again divides into columns. They are terminating in mammillary body. From mammillary body you will have mammillothalamic tract going to anterior nucleus of thalamus. This whole is a part of your Papez circuit. So somewhere here you have your third ventricle. So imagine third ventricle here. That means its upper boundary is formed by body of fornix. Here from upper side you will have septum pellucidum connecting. So you can see the same thing here. This is your fornix, okay. ऐसे laterally राउंड घूम के यहाँ पे आया, तो मीडियन प्लेन में सिर्फ इतना ही दिखाएंगे, फिर यहाँ से कॉलम ऑफ फॉर्निक्स डाइवर्ज हो जाएगा. So it is connected superiorly to septum pellucidum. So roof of the third ventricle is formed by body of fornix and ependymal lining, okay. and choroid plexus. All these things are available in the roof. Ependymal lining, thalachoroidea and choroid plexus, everything. And floor is formed by these structures: optic chiasma, tuber cinerarium, infundibulum, mammillary body, and tegmentum of midbrain and posterior perforated substance. So you have seen these structures in this diagram. फ्लोर की बात कर रहे हैं तो यहाँ से शुरू करेंगे और यहाँ तक जाएंगे, ठीक है? चलो, ऑप्टिक ट्रैक, ऑप्टिक काइज़मा, पिट्यूटरी ग्लैंड, infundibulum, infundibular recess, mammillary body, posterior perforated substance, and tegmentum of midbrain. All these things are mentioned in the floor. रूफ में हमने देख लिया बॉडी ऑफ फॉर्निक्स, उसकी एपेंडाइमा और कोरोइड प्लेक्सस, ठीक है? तो दिस इज fornix, this is choroid plexus, and ependyma is not shown in the figure. And ये दोनों roof and anterior wall will communicate. This is your interventricular foramen. Lateral wall is formed by thalamus, hypothalamus और उसके बीच का hypothalamic sulcus. आगे और पीछे एक एक foramen. So you can see in coronal section, this is section through frontal lobe of cerebrum. This is your third ventricle, and this is lateral wall formed by thalamus and hypothalamus और बीच में hypothalamic sulcus. Okay. Superiorly you can see structures of the roof, thalachoroidea, column of body of fornix, septum pellucidum, and this ependyma. Okay. Superior laterally you will find caudate nucleus, head of caudate nucleus. Okay, here it's not body, it is head of caudate nucleus. And both lateral wall, they are connected by interthalamic adhesion. Okay. Now through the thalamus you have this tract that is called habenular stria. We have seen in diencephalon. Connection to the habenular nucleus or habenular commissure in pineal gland, upper part of pineal gland. These fibers come from the limbic system, septal nuclei, frontal lobe, and ये सब मिलके एक बंडल बनाते हैं stria medullaris thalami, which is also known as habenular stria. और इसका एक टुकड़ा डिस्कनेक्ट होके ऊपर जाता है रूफ ऑफ द अपर सरफेस ऑफ द थैलेमस, इसको हमने नाम दिया था स्ट्राया टर्मिनालिस. तो दीज आर द थिंग्स इन द रूफ एंड लेटरल वॉल. ठीक है. कॉलम ऑफ फॉर्निक्स वी हैव जस्ट सीन, it anteriorly splits into columns and then terminates in mammillary body. These are the structures in the interior wall. So anterior wall, again termination of fornix, interventricular foramen, lamina terminalis, anterior commissure, and preoptic recess. These are the things you can see in anterior wall or anterior boundary. Posterior boundary is formed by habenular commissure, posterior commissure, pineal gland, suprapineal and pineal recess, and then inferior colliculi or tectum of midbrain, and this cerebral aqueduct. These are the structures in posterior boundary. Again, habenular commissure, posterior commissure, suprapineal and pineal recess, tectum, and cerebral aqueduct. These are posterior boundary of third ventricle. So this completes your third ventricle. Clinical anatomy. If the ventricle is obstructed, okay, you have two levels of obstruction, either cranially interventricular foramen or caudally it is cerebral aqueduct. So if cerebral aqueduct is obstructed, your third ventricle will become dilated, it will expand. Okay, the symptom is called raised intracranial pressure. It is a sign. Okay, raised intracranial pressure is a sign in adults and similar in infants, young children. It is called hydrocephalus. Hydro means water, cephalus means head. So your whole head will become bulging, your whole brain swelling, a large amount of CSF accumulates. That is called hydrocephalus. Similar condition, space occupying lesion, also called tumor. The tumor is a space occupying lesion if it is happening in the third ventricle or hypothalamus. Okay, thalamus itself can get compressed, तो ventral and lateral nuclei will compress. and थोड़ा सा नीचे हुआ तो hypothalamus compress होगा, तो it gives rise to hypothalamic symptoms. जितने भी hypothalamic nuclei है उनके अगर symptom ले जाए, diabetes insipidus, obesity, sexual disturbance, sleep disturbance, sugar imbalance, these are the functions of hypothalamic nuclei, they all get disturbed. This obstruction can be diagnosed by CT or MRI. Okay, और अगर cranially देखा जाए तो if interventricular foramen get obstructed, if it can be right or it can be left. So there can be unilateral lateral ventricle dilatation or bilateral lateral ventricle dilatation, depending upon 1, 2, 3 possibility. So we complete third ventricle and now we will continue with fourth ventricle. So we have seen in this section, this is your cerebral aqueduct, this is your third ventricle, and we are communicating here, we are continuing via cerebral aqueduct to this is your fourth ventricle. To describe fourth ventricle, you should have knowledge of cerebellum, its median structures, vermis, all the names of the vermis, okay, and ventral surface of cerebellum. Similarly, you should have knowledge of dorsal surface of brainstem. So you have to take reference of this anatomy. Let us straight away go to fourth ventricle. So we have opened midline. In the median plane we have opened this cerebellum and we have reflected laterally. So you can see it is rhomboid shaped cavity. When opening in the median plane, the fourth ventricle is described as rhomboid shaped or diamond shaped cavity. So in the floor you will have dorsal surface of brainstem, and in the roof you will have this whole cerebellum, and between cerebellum and fourth ventricle you will have two layers, superior medullary velum and inferior medullary velum. It is mass of white matter, sheet of white matter covering this whole cavity. Okay, so we will take reference of cerebellum. So all of you know, you must have gone through this vermis of cerebellum. Anatomically or morphologically, cerebellum is divided in three zones: vermis, paravermis, and lateral zone. Vermis, paravermis, and lateral zone. So in the vermis you have so many structures. आपको इनके फॉर्मूला ढूंढ के इनको याद रखना होता है. स्ट्रक्चर के नाम कुछ ऐसे थे, ऐसे है. दिस इज होल वर्मिस. ये वर्म लाइक होता है, इसका शेप अर्थ वर्म जैसा होता है, इसलिए इसका नाम वर्मिस है. सो दीज आर ऑल नेम्स गिवन टू द पार्ट्स ऑफ वर्मिस: लिंग्यूला, सेंट्रल लोब्यूल, कलमेन, declive, folium, tuber, pyramid, uvula, and nodule. So you should be able to remember them front to back. ये पूरा रिंग बनता है, ठीक है. See this. This is right hemisphere. यहाँ से शुरू करना है, ऐसे घूम के जाना है. You have to make a round and you have to complete here. So these are all parts of the vermis. They are arranged in a circular form. Okay, ये पूरा यहाँ से शुरू होता है लिंग्यूला से और घूम के यहाँ पे ख़त्म होता है. लिंग्यूला एंड नोड्यूल, ये पहला पार्ट और ये लास्ट पार्ट, ये दोनों रूफ ऑफ दिस फोर्थ वेंट्रिकल में आते हैं. बीच में जो गैप बनता है यहाँ पे, दैट इज योर फ्लोक्यूलो नोड्यूलर लोब. लोब फॉर्म्ड बाय नोड्यूल एंड फ्लोक्यूलस. वापस उस सेक्शन में जाते हैं. पूरे सेरेबेलम को खोल के ऐसे फैला दिया है, ठीक है. यहाँ से हॉरिजॉन्टल फिशर से ये फोल्ड हो जाता है. दैट मीन्स लिंग्यूला इज कनेक्टेड टू नोड्यूल. So this nodule plus flocculus, ये दोनों मिलके बनाते हैं फ्लोक्यूलो नोड्यूलर लोब, ठीक है. और ये लिंग्यूला के साइड में यहाँ पे कुछ नहीं है. सेंट्रल लोब्यूल की साइड में होता है एला. तो ये पूरा आर्की सेरिबेलम, दिस प्लस दिस forms your archi cerebellum and it is forming roof of this lingula, central lobule, ala and this flocculonodular lobe. These are the structures related to roof of the fourth ventricle, and these are covered by, these parts of cerebellum are covered by superior medullary velum and inferior medullary velum. Now this cavity is lined by this choroid plexus. Okay. एक आप वो मंडप सर्विस का मंडप इमेजिन कीजिए या टेंट बनाए. ये तो जो टेंट होता है, टेंट में पिलर होते हैं, तो ऐसे ही यहाँ पे पिलर जैसे कनेक्शन मिलते हैं. दोनों साइड एक एक पेडंकल आ जाता है. वी हैव 3 पेडंकल्स इन सेरेबेलम: सुपीरियर, मिडल एंड इंफीरियर सेरेबेलर पेडंकल्स. पेडंकल्स का भी डायग्राम है, यू कैन correlate better. We have seen this dorsal surface of brainstem. Okay, so this is your superior cerebellar peduncle. This is middle, this is inferior and this is middle peduncle. मिडल इज अ डायरेक्ट कनेक्शन विथ पोन्स, ठीक है. सुपीरियर, inferior and middle peduncles. By these 3 peduncles your cerebellum gets connected. Okay, so a sheet of white matter connecting 2 side superior peduncles, it is your superior medullary velum. These 2 will converge, superior peduncle of both sides will converge विथ सुपीरियर मेड्यूलरी वेलम, और ये यहाँ से रिफ्लेक्ट होगा, एक रिसेस बनाएगा, फिर वापस जाएगा, एंड देन इट इज कनेक्टेड टू दिस शीट ऑफ वाइट मैटर हियर. ओके, that is known as tinea of the brainstem. We will see the structures. You can see in the real section also. This is real section. This is your cerebral aqueduct. Continue. This is superior medullary velum. Inferior is very thin, it is ignored here. And this is your lingula, and this is your nodule. Okay, so now we will continue with boundaries. So lateral boundary, it is formed by gracile and cuneate tubercle plus inferior cerebellar peduncle. You remember this gracile and cuneate tubercle in the lower part of medulla. These things, these are the two elevations, fasciculus gracilis, fasciculus cuneatus. They will terminate in nucleus gracilis and nucleus cuneatus. So these nuclei will produce elevation on the dorsal surface of medulla, that are known as gracile tubercle and cuneate tubercle. Further laterally इसका नाम बताओ. It is called tuber cinereum. It is formed by spinal nucleus of trigeminal nerve. Remember, this elevation is known as gracile tubercle, this is cuneate tubercle, and this is tuber cinereum. These are the elevations on dorsal surface of medulla. They are forming inferolateral boundary of fourth ventricle, and this is covered by this tinea, sheet of white matter. This tinea will merge with each other at the angle called obex. Floor is rhomboid fossa. Okay, floor is formed by, फ्लोर में यही चीज़ें आती है, लोअर क्लोज पार्ट एंड अपर ओपन पार्ट. मेड्यूला के जो दो पार्ट थे, दिस इज लोअर क्लोज पार्ट, दिस इज अपर ओपन पार्ट. अपर ओपन पार्ट ख़त्म होता है तो अपना पॉन्स शुरू हो जाता है. ठीक है, दिस इज पॉन्स, दिस इज अपर ओपन पार्ट ऑफ मेड्यूला, दिस इज लोअर क्लोज पार्ट ऑफ मेड्यूला. So lower close and upper open part of medulla, they are forming floor. तो structures in the floor, तो जो dorsal surface of brain stem, उसमें जो भी एलिवेशन है उन सब के नाम आपको याद होने चाहिए. ठीक है, तो फ्लोर इज लाइंड बाय एपेंडाइमा, न्यूरोग्लायल लेयर. एपेंडाइमा के साथ न्यूरोग्लायल सेल्स भी होते हैं, एंड न्यूक्लियाई डीप टू न्यूरोग्लाया. न्यूक्लियाई के नाम आपको सेक्शन से याद करने हैं. सेक्शन ऑफ मेड्यूला, सेक्शन ऑफ पोन्स, उसमें जो डोर्सल साइड में जो भी न्यूक्लियाई आते हैं, दीज ऑल न्यूक्लियाई विल फॉर्म एलिवेशंस इन द फ्लोर ऑफ द फोर्थ वेंट्रिकल. हम अभी सबको वापस रिवाइज करने वाले हैं. पहले वर्ड्स पकड़ लेते हैं. ठीक है, पोन्स में अपर ट्रायंगुलर एरिया, लोअर ट्रायंगुलर. अपर ट्रायंगुलर में पोन्स आया और लोअर ट्रायंगुलर में मेड्यूला के पार्ट्स आएंगे. अभी हमने देखे. ठीक है, एंड उसके बीच में आता है स्ट्राया मेड्यूलारिस. इट ओके, लेट्स जस्ट सी ऑल दीज थिंग्स, जितने भी वर्ड हमने देखे. So this is pons, this is upper medulla, this is lower medulla, right? तो in the pons you will have facial colliculus. Remember, abduction nucleus is surrounded, it's traversed by a curvature of the motor nucleus of the facial nerve. Remember, transverse section of the pons, abduction nucleus, उसको facial nucleus, motor nucleus of facial nerve, it winds round, and okay, that phenomenon is known as neurobiotaxis. तो ये एलिवेशन होता है अपना फेशियल कॉलिक्यूलस, दैट इज मोटर न्यूक्लियस ऑफ फेशियल नर्व. दो सल्कस आपको याद है, दिस इज मीडियन सल्कस, दिस इज सल्कस लिमिटेंस. सल्कस लिमिटेंस हमने देखा था न्यूरल ट्यूब के ट्रांसवर्स सेक्शन में, फंक्शनल कंपोनेंट में. ठीक है, सल्कस लिमिटेंस डिवाइड्स दिस लेमिना, एलार लेमिना, into two parts, ventral and dorsal parts. ठीक है, so this is your sulcus limitans, this is median sulcus. Sulcus limitans, on upper part there is one depression that is called superior fovea, नीचे similar inferior fovea. Sulcus limitans cranial end, superior fovea, sulcus limitans caudal end, inferior fovea. Fovea means pit. तो ब्रेन में जितने भी नाम रिपीट होते हैं, आपको फाइनल एग्जाम के वाइवा के लिए वो सभी नाम की डायरी बनानी होती है. जैसे फोविया सेंट्रलिस इन द आईबॉल, फोविया इन द हेड ऑफ द फीमर, ग्रेन्युलर फोवियोले, सुपीरियर एंड इन्फीरियर फोविया इन सल्कस लिमिटेंस. तो जितने भी फोविया है बॉडी में उन सब की लिस्ट बनाओ, जितने भी टीनिया है उसकी लिस्ट बनाओ. ठीक है, जितने भी वेंट्रिकल, वेस्टिब्यूल, सभी रिलेवेंट वर्ड्स, उसकी एक लिस्ट होनी चाहिए जो वाइवा में आपको काम आ सके. सो व्हेन यू लर्न ब्रेन यू शुड मेक दैट लिस्ट एंड रिवाइज ऑल टिश्यूज अदर देन ब्रेन. So this is stria medullaris. मीडियन सल्कस में से बाहर निकल के लेटरली जाते हैं, ये जाएंगे अपने सेरेबेलम में. ठीक है, स्ट्राया मेड्यूलारिस इज अ वाइट फाइबर्स कमिंग फ्रॉम आर्क्वेट न्यूक्लियाई इन द पिरामिड एंटीरियरली. ये हम देख रहे हैं डोर्सल व्यू. तो अगर आप वेंट्रल व्यू देखेंगे तो उसमें जहाँ पे पिरामिड के आगे यू हैव आर्क्वेट न्यूक्लियाई, दे आर डिस्प्लेस्ड पोंटाइन न्यूक्लियाई. तो आर्क्वेट न्यूक्लियाई से निकल के ओपोजिट सेरेबेलर पेडंकल, जैसे राइट आर्क्वेट में से लेफ्ट सेरेबेलर पेडंकल, लेफ्ट आर्क्वेट में से राइट सेरेबेलर पेडंकल, ऐसे जो कॉन्ट्रालेटरल फाइबर जाते हैं दैट इज नोन एज स्ट्राया मेड्यूलारिस इन द डोर्सल व्यू ऑफ द मेड्यूला. ऐसा ही वर्ड हमने देखा था थैलेमस में, स्ट्राया मेड्यूलारिस थैलेमाई, वाई शेपेड बैंड डिवाइडिंग थैलेमस इनटू 3 zones. इसके नीचे हम वी हैव 2 triangles, hypoglossal trigone, vagal trigone. This is hypoglossal nerve nucleus. This is dorsal nucleus of vagus. Remember those sections. इसमें दो dorsal surface you have this 12, 10 and NTS. 12, 10 and NTS. 3 nuclei around central canal. उसकी बड़ी सी कॉलम आती थी. तो this column will produce elevation that is known as hypoglossal trigone and vagal trigone. Okay, and one small reticular formation area that is known as area postrema. It is buried inside this टीनिया. ओके, इस टीनिया के पीछे अंदर में एक छोटा सा रिसेस है दैट इज नोन एज that is lodging area postrema. ऐसा ही एक ऊपर होता है यहाँ पे, just below your superior medullary velum. It is buried inside, that is known as locus ceruleus. Ceruleus means bluish. Okay, this area is known as locus ceruleus. These are the parts of reticular formation and उसके जो function है that you can read in physiology. Let's see description. Features of the floor: median sulcus, sulcus limitans, ऊपर नीचे superior fovea, inferior fovea, फिर median eminence. Eminence means area between two sulcus. तो between median and limitans, between median sulcus and sulcus limitans, बीच में जो पूरी कॉलम है that is known as median eminence, that we have divided in 3 nuclei: facial, hypoglossal and vagal. And in the upper part, when we have seen this locus ceruleus, this locus ceruleus is uppermost part of the pons. It contains pigmented neurons of bluish color, bluish cum blackish. तो उसको नाम दिया है substantia ferruginea. Ferrous means bluish black. Okay, so these neurons belong to reticular formation और उसका function है, it is rich in adrenaline and it is useful in paradoxical sleep. It is a phase of the sleep. Okay, it is also known as REM sleep or rapid eye movement sleep. फिर हमने देखा hypoglossal trigon and vagal trigon in the lower part. और between this vagal trigon नीचे we have seen area postrema, that is functioning as a chemoreceptor. इसका stimulation होने पे vomiting होती है, ऐसा कुछ है. If area postrema is stimulated, you will have vomiting. It is devoid of blood-brain barrier. ठीक है, तो एरिया पोस्ट्रेमा और वेगल ट्राइगोन, रिमेंबर वेगल ट्राइगोन और एरिया पोस्ट्रेमा के बीच में एक छोटा सा लेयर ऑफ टिश्यू पास होता है, एपेंडाइमल थिकनिंग. बिटवीन वेगल ट्राइगोन एंड एरिया पोस्ट्रेमा, इसको सेपरेट करने वाला एपेंडाइमल थिकनिंग फ्यूनिक्यूलस सेपरेंस. इट इज एपेंडाइमल थिकनिंग which separates vagal trigon and area postrema. It is devoid of blood-brain barrier. This is clinically important. You should know all the sides of the brain, all area of the brain which is having no blood-brain barrier, because in second year of pharmacology you will have drugs, list of drugs which will not cross blood-brain barrier, which is unable to cross blood-brain barrier. कुछ ड्रग्स जिसको हमको ब्रेन में घुसाना है तो ये इसी एरिया से जा सकती है. वेस्टिबुलर एरिया थोड़े से और लेटरली जाते हैं. ठीक है, दिस इज योर वेस्टिबुलर एरिया जस्ट बिलो इंफीरियर सेरेबेलर पेडंकल, इंफीरियर एंड सुपीरियर, इसके बीच में यहाँ पे this is your vestibular area. It is lateral to sulcus limitans. ठीक है, it is having vestibular nuclei. It is a large huge column spread across whole brainstem. चलो nuclei के नाम बताओ. Which are the nuclei in vestibular area? You should remember vestibulocochlear nerve first. तो 2 cochlear nuclei, ventral and dorsal cochlear, and 4 vestibular nuclei, superior, inferior, medial, lateral. vestibular nuclei. So they will produce elevation known as vestibular area. This is the appearance of the lower part of medulla, resembling pointed nib of writing pen. पुराने ज़माने में लिखने के लिए वो जेल इंक वाली पेन आती थी, ठीक है, उसकी टिप डायमंड शेप की होती थी, ठीक है। तो दैट नेट पे उसका डायग्राम देख लेना। पॉइंटेड निब ऑफ राइटिंग पेन, इसको ग्रीक में नाम देते हैं कैलेमस स्क्रिप्टोरियस। ये पूरा नीचे वाला, इस पूरे को अगर आप शेप का नाम दो, पूरे मेड्यूला के लोअर पार्ट को कोई शेप का अगर रिसेंबलिंग है, दैट शेप इज नोन एज कैलेमस स्क्रिप्टोरियस, दैट इज पॉइंट ऑफ राइटिंग निब। रूफ इज हैविंग, हमने अभी रूफ में देखा, 2 पेडंकल्स, superior cerebellar peduncles will converge and intermingle with each other and form superior medullary velum, ठीक है। 2 superior cerebellar peduncles converge, approach each other and form superior medullary velum. It is made up of nervous tissue which is filling angular interval between 2 peduncles, sheet of white matter. This is schematic view of 3 peduncles. यहाँ पे अपना cerebellum है. If you cut remove, this is cut surface of 3 peduncles. This is right superior, this is left superior, right inferior, लेफ्ट इंफीरियर पेडंकल्स। तो ये मिडल पेडंकल मोस्ट लेटरली चला गया, ठीक है। तो इफ़ यू कन्वर्ज 2 सुपीरियर ऑन क्रेनियल पार्ट एंड 2 इंफीरियर पेडंकल्स इन कॉर्डल पार्ट, दिस होल इज योर रोम्बोइड शेपेड 4th वेंट्रिकल। तो दिस 2 सुपीरियर पेडंकल्स, 2 सुपीरियर सेरेबेलर पेडंकल्स और इसका ये सुपीरियर मेड्यूलरी वेलम और ये इंफीरियर मेड्यूलरी वेलम। तो कोडल पोर्शन थिन शीट से कनेक्ट होता है और देयर आर 2 कम्युनिकेशंस। विथ दिस बैकग्राउंड यू शुड हैव नॉलेज ऑफ रिसेसिस और कम्युनिकेशंस। चलिए रिसेस का डायग्राम देखते हैं। डोर्सल व्यू ऑफ द 4th वेंट्रिकल, पहला जो हमने ब्रेन स्टेम देखा ओरिजिनल, उसको याद रखिए। यहाँ पे आसपास में वो ब्रेन स्टेम इमेजिन कीजिए। सो दीज आर द 2 सुपीरियर सेरेबेलर पेडंकल्स। यहाँ पे अपना वी हैव कट रिमूव्ड portion of the velum, okay, somewhere here there is superior medullary velum, somewhere here this is inferior medullary velum, और यहाँ पे 2 recess, see this diagram, इस पूरे से ventricle में you have recess, these are lateral recess, this is median recess, and these are the dorsolateral recess. Let's see in a larger picture. Only recess, ये पूरी कैविटी यहाँ पे आप देख लो, दिस इज होल रोम्बोइड शेपेड कैविटी, उसमें लेटरल रिसेस दोनों साइड में, मीडियन डोर्सो मीडियन रिसेस और मीडियन रिसेस, ये कंटिन्यू होगा अपने नीचे सेंट्रल कैनाल से आगे, ठीक है। और ये है डोर्सो लेटरल रिसेस, अगेन लेटरल रिसेस, डोर्सो लेटरल रिसेस, डोर्सो मीडियन रिसेस. This will communicate with subarachnoid space. It is clinically important. Remember, recesses of the fourth ventricle will communicate with subarachnoid space, that is your CSF. Okay, so if there is obstruction somewhere, anywhere in the recess, there will be obstruction to the CSF circulation and you will have hydrocephalus. And this red tissue is your choroid plexus. It has T-shaped spread, okay, vertical limb of T and horizontal limb of T. It is choroid plexus which is arranged in the form of T. So lower portion of vertical limb will go in foramen of Magendie and central canal of spinal cord. Lateral side horizontal limb of T, that will go in lateral recess. Okay, you know lateral recess communicates with foramen of Laska. तो इसका नाम है lateral recess goes to foramen of Laska and dorsomedian recess goes to foramen of Magendie. और यहाँ पे dorsolateral जो है ये blind होते हैं, they are blind, they don't communicate with any space. Only this dorsomedian and lateral, right and left lateral, they will communicate with subarachnoid space. Dorsolateral they are blind. और दो चीज़ें इसमें नहीं दिखाई है, ये आपको पता है। जैसे ये नीचे सेंट्रल कैनाल से कंटिन्यू हुआ तो ऊपर यहाँ पे सेरेब्रल एक्विडक्ट ऑफ सिल्वियस, दैट विल कंटिन्यू विथ थर्ड वेंट्रिकल अपवर्ड्स। और सेरेबेलम के दो लिंगुला एंड नोड्यूल, these two will touch in this area. Okay, so this completes anatomy of fourth ventricle. If you have any question, you can ask in the chat box. Clinical anatomy. Any of the elevation is damaged, that nucleus will dysfunction. जैसे वेगल ट्रायंगल डैमेज हुआ तो वेगस में वाइटल फंक्शन है कार्डियो रेस्पिरेटरी, सो बंदा सीधा मर जाएगा. इट विल प्रूव फैटल because vagus controls cardiorespiratory system. If there is infratentorial brain tumor tentorium cerebelli के नीचे, that will block any of the recess, any of the foramen, जैसे foramen of Magendie और Laska, that will produce increased CSF pressure, intracranial pressure will rise. और इसके जो सिम्टम है इंक्रीज इंट्राक्रेनियल प्रेशर, इसके दो मेन चीज़ होती है, आइदर इंक्रीज CSF प्रोडक्शन और डिक्रीज CSF सर्कुलेशन. जैसे ब्लॉकेज हुआ, ड्रेनेज बंद हो गया तो ब्लॉकेज ऑफ सर्कुलेशन और एक्सेसिव प्रोडक्शन, ये दो मेन कॉज है इंक्रीज इंट्राक्रेनियल प्रेशर के. तो प्रेशर सेंसिटिव टिश्यू जो होती है ब्रेन में, जैसे एरिया पोस्ट्रेमा है, तो ये प्रेशर सेंसिटिव सिम्टम्स यू विल हैव हेडेक, वॉमिटिंग, पेपिलोइडिमा, swelling of the optic cup. You will have list of these symptom in third final year of medicine subject. Increase intracranial tension is a huge topic, it is a chapter. You will have clinical discussion on that. You will also have in physiology. Thank you.